Premier League table looks like this with a month and a half to go in the season. It's 8 games for most of the league. Little drama at the very top of the table, but totally different story when it comes to that top 4 chase, especially with the games coming up this weekend that could impact the race. On Saturday, you got Liverpool, 3 points out of the top 4, hosting Aston Villa. Crystal Palace hosting Chelsea, who are in 5th. They're 1 point behind 4th place West Ham, who are in action on Sunday against Leicester City, of course, in 3rd, a 4-point gap between those two sides. And then you got 6th place Spurs against Manchester United, who are in 2nd. That a rematch of the 6-1 at Old Trafford back in October. For more, we welcome into the show Aage Fjortoft and Craig Burley. Gentlemen, great to have you with us. Why don't we take a look at the odds for the top 4? No surprise then that Manchester United, huge favorites. Leicester City, prohibitive favorites as well. That's when things get interesting, though. You'll see here Chelsea and Liverpool, the exact same odds. Both better odds than West Ham, who are actually in the top 4. Stevie, I'll start with you here. Every time I come to you on Liverpool top 4 odds, your optimism is going down. But every time we look at the odds, Liverpool's chances seem to be going up. What do you make of the fact that right here they've got the same odds as Chelsea?
I make of it that it doesn't make any sense. Chelsea on an incredible run, you pretty much know what you're going to get every time they step on the field. And defensively, other than just one of those days against West Brom, it's not luck. That's organisation, that's coaching, it's working on the training field and then putting it into a game. And then we look at Liverpool. You talk about the complete opposite. You don't know what you're going to get defensively. They haven't been particularly great going forward, and you're not quite sure what you're going to get. So how, if you think of what I've just said, how are these two sides looked upon as equals? I don't understand it.
Craig, that's just it. These odds don't seem to take into account form, do they?
No, I can see the headline in the Liverpool Echo again tomorrow. Negative Nicol on Liverpool. It's look, there is no doubt Chelsea have the round pegs and holes at the moment in terms of the players playing in the correct position, the organisation that Tuchel has brought in, the system that he's brought in. And it's pretty much, apart from that West Brom game where they went down to 10 men, but really, should still have been able to dominate that game. For some reason, they completely capitulated. Liverpool they're just an unknown. It's not, at the end of the day, it matters not a jot what the bookies say, who's going to make it there. You've got to go and get the results. And I think, apart from the blip, Chelsea have shown there is more chance of them putting a consistent run together between now and the end of the season than there is Liverpool. But Liverpool are so hot and cold with their injuries, it's just hard to tell.
Jan, Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool. I guess we could throw Everton in there as well. The teams outside the top 4, who are you most confident in to chase down those Champions League spots?
Well, it depends which of the 4 top or 2 of the tops, like West Ham and Leicester. I mean, it's no disrespect because Brendan Rodgers and David Moyes done a fantastic job at their clubs. So it all depends as well. How far will they have the stamina to stay all the way in? I got a feeling that Chelsea will do it. I think it was that result they did against Porto was a bit underestimated. Don't forget, it's a Champions League. This is a quarter-final. Yes, Porto was not the most difficult draw, of course, but they still went there, convincing 2-0 win against them, and now we're halfway to the semi-finals. So I would also say that Liverpool will go in there. Having said that, I mean, that defense now is 3 or 4 now out of it, and that is not class. And we there was 2 or 3 games they did okay. But if you see these players playing against Real Madrid, you think, wow, this is going to be hard. The last games going into the top 4 final, so to say.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.